All right, so sorry about that. We're back.
We have a little video difficulty, but yeah, we're back once again. And as I stated, my name is Craig, and this is Karen. We are recovery coaches, and today what we want to talk about the importance of offering multiple pathways. This is our all recovery meeting session that we do here at Capital Recovery Center. And I don't know if you want to go back over some, or you want to just dig into the topic.
We can just dig into it.
Okay, well, we'll tell you about all the wonderful things that we do here in the Cumberland County area later on. But today we want to talk about the importance of offering multiple pathways to recovery, from a holistic practice to recovery support. And this article is brought to you by Herren, that is HERREN, wellness.com. So I want to pronounce that right. And so I'm reading what it says. It says, as we celebrate Recovery Month during September, it is important to recognize that there is not just one pathway to recovery. So every year in September, we celebrate Recovery Month. The article says there's not just one pathway to recovery. The uniting purpose of any pathway to recovery is to heal the mind and body from substance use and have the freedom to live your life to the fullest. Every person is different, and as such, everyone's recovery is different too. And that is so true. Recovery is a highly personal process, and it can occur via many pathways. Pathways may include clinical treatment, faith-based approaches, medications, peer support, family support, self-care, and or holistic practices to heal the body and the mind. So it said asking for help is the first step in a lifelong journey of healing physically and growing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually from substance use disorder. Any pathway that works for you can offer a healthier and more productive life. And so this meeting is called All Purpose Meeting. And so we like to share with our viewers. And this is a hybrid meeting. This ain't just a online exclusive meeting, even though you can partake in it online, but you also can come here to our center. This is a brand new, beautiful center that we have here on 72 North Pearl Street. Please come check us out Monday through Friday. We can be reached here from 8:30 to 4:30. And on Tuesdays, we're here from 8:30 to 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And so you would like to read the first bullet we have?
Yeah.
Sure. We'll get into it. And
so the first section is different pathways of recovery. There is no right or wrong way to approach recovery. Your path may be different than other people. Your needs may change with time, making different types of recovery more effective at different stages of life. Depending on the nature and progression of your substance use disorder, your journey and recovery may need to start with a medical detox to keep you safe during the first few days after you stop using drugs and/or alcohol. From there, to build the strongest possible foundation of recovery, it's vital that you choose a pathway to recovery that fits best with your belief system, physical health, peer support needs, interests, and lifestyle. We will walk through some of the more common pathways of recovery, but bear in mind that any pathway that allows you to remain sober and fulfilled is the right one for you. And it may include elements from a variety of different recovery approaches.
so as you can see that the article make mention of the importance of a medical detox. I was just having this conversation with someone a few days ago, and we was talking about the old way of doing detox is outdated. So there is so an importance of having someone from the medical field that can monitor and prescribe the appropriate medication if that be the case. But it's always important to have a medical detox in place prior to starting your pathway to recovery. All right. And so the next one we're going to talk about is mutual support groups. So important. Sometimes referred to as self-help or support groups. These support groups are typically community-oriented, meaning they are geographically based in your local area and meet in person or in the age of coronavirus online. They provide a safe space for people to share stories, talk about challenges, and celebrate success. And so some of these mutual support groups, I have the pleasure of attending a few in my time, and NA is one of them, and AA is one of them, whereas we were able to go in a room and people just like myself who was dealing with sobriety, we would share our stories. And I was amazed to know that people that I didn't even know or never hung around, never used drugs with before, we had some similarities of how we got involved from a gateway standpoint of usage to recovery and some of the behaviors that we endorsed there. But it was amazing how we overcame. And by hearing someone share their story, it just gave me the confidence, the boost to say, hey, if this person can do it, and it works for them. Now, we're still talking about many pathways, multiple pathways to recovery, but those two that I may mention are the ones that I have experience with, right?
And we also offer other mutual support groups here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So aside from providing all recovery meetings, we also provide men in training.
Men in training.
On Tuesdays.
Yeah, mentoring program.
Yes. And Gratitude Tuesday, which is also on Tuesday in the evening.
Excellent.
And coffee and conversation. So everything is available to you virtually or in person. So we have a vast of mutual support groups that you can't run out of.
Yeah, and so Karen is right. And so please check us out. And so to stay within the same line of mutual support groups, the article says they provide a safe space for people to share stories, talk about challenges, and celebrate successes. These groups often have an overarching framework and or guiding principles that govern the group purpose and mission. Examples of mutual support groups include 12-step fellowships. 12-step fellowship like Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, and Al-Anon are an example of 12-step fellowship. A 12-step program is a set of guiding principles outlining a course of action for recovery from substance use disorder, compulsion, or other problems. Originally proposed by Bill Wilson. Bill Wilson was the one who wrote the big book, all right, to Alcoholics Anonymous, AA, as a method of recovering from alcoholism. The 12 steps was first published in the 1936 book, Alcoholics Anonymous, and became the foundation of several other 12-step programs. And so another one of mutual support is Celebrate Recovery. And I came to learn about celebrating recovery. I was in school and we went to a seminar. It's called G. Carter. We're currently, if you're watching this, we currently are located in the state of New Jersey. And so I had the pleasure of going to a governance conference in New Brunswick. And it was very interesting. It was many different people from all walks of life. And one of them that stood out to me was this one, Celebrate Recovery, because I never heard of it. And I sat into the group and listened to what was said. And so the article talks about it more. It says, Celebrate Recovery is a Christ-centered program with foundation firmly established in biblical truth. The 12 steps with accompanying scriptures and The 8 principles based on the beauty tools offer participants a clear path of salvation, right? And discipleship, bringing hope, freedom, sobriety, healing, and the opportunity to give back one day at a time. You know, and I thought that was so unique because I never heard of that form of recovery. You want to read another smart recovery?
Sure. So another type is a smart recovery, which is self-management and recovery training, which is a science-based mutual support program to help people overcome addictions. Smart recovery empowers people to assume responsibility for their recovery. Using 4 points as a framework, people create a course of action tailored to their own interests and needs. So kind of like the recovery management plan that we have, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Smart meetings are led by trained facilitators and are highly interactive, action-oriented, positive, and focused on the present and future. A 24/7 chat room, lively message board forums, and publications are also available to help individuals achieve a fulfilling and rewarding life.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like what we have our recovery management plan. So it's tailored to what recovery means to you and what you feel are your priorities.
Mm-hmm. That's a beautiful way to describe that, what we do here as far as the recovery plan. That is so great.
And then we also have our 24/7 hotline, which is our CARES 1-800 number, scrolling on the screen. So that's our 24/7 access if somebody needs assistance.
Mutual support group. That's perfect. So the other one that talks about, this is something new. I never heard of this one until I read this article today. And it says, Women for Recovery. Women for Sobriety is an organization whose purpose is to help all women find their individual path to recovery through discovery of self, gained by sharing experiences, hopes, and encouragement with other women in similar circumstances. They are an abstinence-based self-help program for women facing issues of alcohol or drug addiction. The recovery tools that Women for Recovery or Women for Sobriety provides for women seeking recovery are in-person, in-person meetings led by volunteers and our women in recovery, and online community volunteer-led chat meetings, message boards, peer phone support, literature, and recovery materials. And so we live in a diverse world, and we deal with diverse people here throughout the world, and because this is part of our job and because of ethical standard, we accept everyone. We don't exclude no one, regardless of whom or what. I'll just leave it at that. And so we would just want to stay in the vein for anyone that's watching this. The title of this segment is called The Importance of Offering Multiple Pathways to Recovery from Holistic Practices to Recovery Support. And so the next one we're going to be talking about, I believe, is peer-based recovery support. And what that look like. Sure.
Peer-based recovery support services are provided by individuals who have had substance use disorder and then found and sustained long-term recovery. The most common form of peer support is recovery coaches, what we are, who help individuals determine the recovery pathway that best suits their needs rather than guiding them down any specific pathway. A new and innovative program based on a peer-to-peer support is being developed for families as well.
Oh, wow, that's interesting to know. And so I am someone who is in recovery, and so this concept of recovery coach, when I was in my throes of substance use disorder, wasn't even it had. To me, I didn't know anything about it. The only thing was I was aware of someone with a CADC. a certified drug and alcohol counselor. And so now this is a peer-driven aspect that we can share our experiences with someone else. We can help them navigate. We can help them to be inspired from the lifestyle that we once used to the lifestyle that we're using now. And so I think this is a great opportunity for a lot of people out in the community that may find themselves who are interested in this field of being a recovery coach. I'm certified. Karen is certified. Karen is not someone, if I may share, she is not someone who has any experience with that aspect of usage. And so, but she do have experience in other areas. And so she is very capable. As a matter of fact, the article says, the last sentence says, a new and innovative program based on peer-to-peer support is being developed for family as well. And so she brought up a beautiful segment that we do, session here that we do every third Saturday, family meetings. And so please join us for that on every third Saturday from 10, I believe.
So we're open every third Saturday of each month from 11 to 2.
11 to 2.
But we offer the family meeting group from 12 to 1.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So if anybody's interested, and we're also, I believe, going to provide resources or classes for those who are interested in becoming recovery coaches here at the center as well. So if you are interested in trying to become a certified peer recovery coach, you can contact us. We'll put you on our volunteer list or a list of interested individuals. And then once those classes do become available, we can reach out to you and provide all that information so you can take the courses here.
Mm-hmm. And so once again, we are located in the state of New Jersey, Cumberland County. And so wherever state or county, wherever you may reside, look around in your area and reach out to them, some type of agencies, and get involved. You know, you'll be amazed the difference that you're able to make in someone's life, and it's worthwhile doing. We enjoy what we do because we're helping people who wants to help themselves as well. So the next one we're going to talk about online recovery support. Online recovery support is particularly useful in the time of coronavirus and can also be used to augment in-person recovery pathways. All right. And so some examples of popular online recovery support communities include In the Room. You haven't heard of it? You're hearing it now. In the Room. In the Rooms is the world's largest online recovery community. In the Rooms is for people already in recovery seeking help for any substance use disorder and their family, friends, and loved ones. So go online if you haven't heard of it, you don't know about it, go online, Google it. It's called In the Room. It's an online recovery support. The other one's called Recovery 2.0. Recovery 2.0 is a global movement that embraces a holistic approach to recovery from addiction of all kinds. The community honors all effective paths to recovery and emphasizes the importance of mind-body practices such as yoga and meditation, athletics, nutrition, and community as part of an effective path to recovery and joy in life. The other one is called She Recovers. Some very interesting stuff. Wasn't aware of it until today. And so I'm learning, not on the fly, but I'm open for learning, for more information. So never be afraid to grow and to learn new ideas and concepts and pathways. She Recovers. She Recovers welcome women seeking recovery from substance use disorder, codependency, love and sex addiction, disordered eating, and eating disorder, workaholism, and perfectionism. That is something. And so you'll be amazed how you may not think yourself as a workaholic. You may not think yourself as a perfectionism, you know. And when I just read that, I'm thinking, you know, when you got to have everything so perfect, you know, whereas if someone disrupt your neatness, you don't go into a frenzy. You know, sometimes people can go into a frenzy where they want everything to always be perfect. And so that maybe I need to just go online and check that out myself. It says recovery from depression and other mental illness, burnout, anxiety, stress, trauma, grief, physical, sexual, and emotional abuse, self-harm, cancer, and chronic illness. Women who are recovering in all areas of their lives and follow all pathways of recovery are welcome. As you can see, they have a array of topics, array of modules or models that they address, from emotional to cancer, all types of things that may affect women, sexual things or DV, domestic violence. I believe that may be one of them when it says emotional abuse. And a lot of people don't really understand that abuse don't have to always be physical. It can be emotional as well. And so I advise anyone that's looking at this, check that out as well. And so I believe we're on the last one, Karen.
Yeah.
All right.
The importance of a holistic approach to recovery. Holistic recovery refers to a whole person approach to recovery that targets emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual aspects of wellness and recovery. And I believe we have, Mike has like a whole segment or a playlist of the 8 dimensions of wellness that we went through.
Oh yeah, that was good.
So the holistic approach refers to all of those as well. So like financial, emotional, purpose,
Eating.
Eating, health.
Yeah.
The holistic approach to recovery follows the belief that substance use disorder is best treated by exploring all the ways a person can be harmed by their substance abuse, extending beyond just the visible or most severe symptoms. Some of the more common forms of holistic treatment for recovery include art and music therapy, mindfulness, meditation, yoga, tai chi, nutrition, counseling, animal therapy, fitness, acupuncture, and hypnotherapy. We believe that to build a sustainable, meaningful recovery, it's vital to treat the whole person. Putting down a substance is just the first step in a lifelong journey of wellness and well-being. This approach allows guests to explore the various ways they've been affected by their substance use, from the physical strain on their body to its effect on how they view themselves and the world around them. Holistic treatments also challenge patients to look within themselves, to their motivations, desires, and what they hope for themselves moving forward. Other potential long-term benefits of holistic treatments include improved sleep, healthy eating habits, establishing a healthy fitness regimen, outlet for stress relief, and reduced cravings and rediscovery of self.
And so we hope you enjoyed what we shared today on the importance of offering multiple pathways to recover from holistic practice to recovery support. And so the whole idea of sharing this information is to not only help someone else expand their horizon or thought process, but also to help ourselves as well. Because if you constantly have a closed mind on how someone can be treated, then you may be doing a disservice, or I may be doing a disservice to someone, and I surely wouldn't want that to happen. So if there is anyone that watching this. Please share, like, subscribe. Let us know what you think about it.
Follow us on Facebook.
Follow us on Facebook, all that good stuff. And so we enjoyed you. See you next time.